starting already, but we're not live like you always do.
Yeah, no worries.
Great. Then let's just start, okay?
Yeah, my chair is cracking, by the way. If it cracks too much, tell me. I'm gonna grab another one.
Don't worry. It's
I need
all
to
good.
get a new chair.
So Nick, let's start this. So welcome to the podcast once again. Welcome to the Margin Business Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. We want to do this correctly as well. we got Nick Penif. I'm sure everyone knows him by now. And the one who don't know him, he is the partnerships manager of HelloTax, and he actually runs his own company as well, which is the amazing brand. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about it, Nick.
Yeah. I always leave it to the speaker to tell about themselves. If they don't know, they don't have any. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing here. So let me introduce, the partnership manager at HelloTax. That's right. HelloTax is one of our clients. They have a partnership agency, a partnership network, which are called Extreme Power Brands. And also, we recently launched a SaaS solution, which actually helps all the partners and everybody who wants to get more business, to get more clients. It's a SaaS solution called Scayul. So I'm the co-founder of this one, which is our new company in the corporation, if you can call that. But it's actually something that we've been doing for the last few years. But I'm gonna let Omar finish with the introduction, and then we're gonna dive deeper into what we're doing right now.
Okay, definitely. I actually wanted to hear the more about the Extreme Power brands. That's why I stopped there and let you tell more about it. But it's as well because this is, I think, what you mainly like in connection with the Extreme Power brands, because your background is e-commerce and you pretty much know how to put A and B together, draw a line, and connect each other. So not only Extreme Power brands, as well the Extreme Power connector. So yeah, this is what Scayul does. This is what you are doing, and yeah, let's just start with Scayul straight away. We don't let anybody.
Okay, sure. So let me just give you like a more like details for what we're doing. So like 3 years ago, I exited my company. So I was running a supplement e-commerce business for 10 years. So long story short, we did very well, and we got sick of doing that for 10 years. No, e-commerce is hard. So we said, okay, man, we sold the company. And then one of my clients, actually, then a company which I was using as a client, HelloTax, told me, okay, can you actually advise about partnerships? Because that's what we used to do, in our business. We're selling mostly for partners and affiliates. And they told me, okay, can you replicate that for a service provider for HelloTax? And then, other companies started asking for that. And the reason why they ask for that is because I have this approach with partnerships. I give all the time. I don't want anything. And by doing that, people start giving you even more than what you want. And companies start asking, okay, man, can you do it for us? I said, okay, do what? Help us with partnerships. And I said, okay, guys, you just gave me an idea. I'm gonna rebrand my old company into a partnership agency. And that's what happened. Since then, we've helped probably over 100 companies with partnerships. We have like 40 active clients, which are all e-com service providers. And the bottom line of what we do is really simple. We help the company to grow by meeting new partners and teach them how to monetize partnerships. On top of that, we also build a huge partner network with over, right now we have probably 1,500 founders. Omar is one of the first partners in the network. And we don't have any memberships, any like hidden rules or whatever. If you want to join the network, you chat with me. And based on what you do within the partner network, which is totally free, this actually, the more you do, the more you're going to get. There is no money involved. It's all by sharing. You do stuff with the partners. Like right now, we're having a podcast with Omar. We have a newsletter. We feature partners in our newsletter, which goes out to 20,000 e-commerce sellers weekly. We have a 60% open rate. And the reason why we do that is because we're not selling anything. We're just giving value. And of course, by doing all this kind of stuff, we realize that the highest ROI in what we do is when we do the so-called warm introduction swaps, or as I call them, proactive referrals. And that's why we build Scayul, because whenever people meet, like let's say we meet with Omar for the first time. Now Omar is telling me what they're doing. I am telling them what they do, and usually the conversation ends like that. Okay, Omar, I'm gonna send you an inquiry whenever a client asks for your service. And Omar is say, okay, Nick, I'm gonna do the same. And that's the end of the conversation. And probably 80% of the partnerships don't generate any referrals. Why is that? Because people don't ask for that regularly. You don't know exactly who your clients are asking for that. So it's hard to monetize partnerships. So that's why we build a software where you don't wait for the inquiry to come. You do those in a proactive way. And I'm gonna show you right now. Let me share my screen. I'm just gonna show you guys how it works. Let me see. Okay, Omar, you need to allow me to share. You're muted.
Yeah. Just a second. Here you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
that's pretty amazing. I was very intrigued when I seen it first, Scayul.
Yeah, I mean, because see, the thing is, we've been doing that for our clients and partners for a long time. We've done interaction swaps for the last 2 years, but we used to do them in a very manual way. So, for example, we create a Google Excel sheet with your partners or your contacts. You send them to your partner. They go for them. They mark who they want to meet. They return the list, or they just let you know if it's on Google Sheets, and then you go there. It's a long-term process, and it takes forever, for that. So that's why we decided to build Scayul. So Scayul is like Calendly, but you cannot book meetings. You can actually request interactions to people. It could be like partners, clients, WAS leads. We have different use cases. I'm going to show right now how it works. You need to join Scayul, you need to go to scayul.com, which is SCAUYUL.com, and you can just sign up for free. You need to have a Gmail account to authorize the email to use it to actually send interaction. But this is how it works now for those of you who are watching. So once you sign up, you go to your settings and you need to update your profile. You put your handle like the Scayul, like app.scayul.com. You put your name or your company name as you wish, you save that. Then you update your profile. First, last name, company or company's position, email on which you would like to receive the introduction, which could be different from the original one because the other one must be a Gmail one. And then you update your profile like that. Please meet Nick Penef, co-founder of this and that. This is what we do, blah, 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 whatever. So it needs to be from a third-person perspective, because whenever you request an introduction, somebody's going to make an introduction to you from them. So somebody's going to be introducing you to somebody else. So you save that, and then your profile is ready. So the next thing to be an active user of Scayul, you need to have contacts. Minimum of 10 contacts, maximum as many as you want. But we usually don't recommend to have more than 50 or 100 because there's different use cases. But that's what we need from the people that you're going to import on Scayul. Email, which would not be visible on your Scayul page. First, last name, LinkedIn is optional, but I always update that if I have it. Company name, we're going to make this clickable soon, and a job title, because you would need to know who you're requesting introduction to. And once you import that, your Scayul page is ready. So whenever you meet somebody, let's say this is our first meeting with Omar, I tell Omar, okay, man, let's not wait for the referrals to come or to get interactions to my partners. Go to my Scayul page and request who you want to meet. So Omar can go to the page and just request some introductions. So just like that, you click request, and that's it. So let me actually show you how it works in my dummy account. So that's my other dummy account that I have. So that's my Scayul page. I share that, and let's assume that's Omar's page, and I say, hey, Omar, go ahead and check out this page and request an introduction. So let's say Omar comes here, he requests to meet like Diana or Lord of the Rings. You click request. Okay, so the request is sent. I go to my email. Here, I see I have a notification from Scayul that somebody is requesting introduction. I go to Scayul. I go to my approval center, and I approve those. Accept and accept. Okay, so then next what? Okay, so now see the emails were sent from the software. Hey, Diana, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Hope you're well. Please meet Nick Penef. Blah, blah, blah. So as simple as that. So the interaction is sent. And then you're introduced to somebody who doesn't know about you. but they're relevant for what to do. Is a partner, is a client. So this is the first case. If you would like to grow your partner network, you can actually have your partners to upload their partners. You can request interaction to them, and they can request interaction to you as well. Because see what it says here. For every interaction you request, I will need one back from you. So let's just do some simple math. Let's assume that you have 10 partners. Those partners of yours will probably know at least 10 other guys. So the 10 partners that you know another 100 partners that are relevant for what you do. I'm sure that people don't know that many people. So if you actually use Scayul and you have your partners there, you can request interaction to all those 100 partners that they don't know, and vice versa. You're gonna give your 10 contacts as your exchange, as a trade-off, as a currency. So the currency of Scayul are the connections. So use your connections to actually get more connections, which would be partners. And of course, you can use the same approach once you meet those guys. You have a chat with them, you tell them what you do, they tell what you do, then you swap leads. Because, this is the only way that you can actually generate leads proactively with partnerships. This is the way. This is the first use case. The second use case is, let's say you have any company which is selling services or products, they have the so-called WOS leads. That's mostly for like B2B companies. So let's say one of my clients, HealthTax, they provide VAT compliance for e-commerce sellers. Omar, company's margin business, they provide localization, translation. So we're ideal partners. But we have a lot of clients which have inquired about our services, but they've never inquired about other services. So instead of waiting for them to ask, because we know for certain those guys, they need localization, they need translation, we're going to do the following. We're going to put a list of the so-called WOS leads on HealthTax, and we're going to tell them, hey, Omar, go ahead and request interactions. So Omar is going to make an interaction to them, and you're going to tell them, hey, client name, please meet Omar and Bree from margin business. They do localization, translation in Europe. If you need help with that, get in touch. As simple as that. Nothing salesy, very casual, but you'll be surprised of how high is the reply rate for those, because people need your service. You just need to go in front of them. So this is the other use case. Another use case is, for example, if you're selling your service, for example, you have an event, you're organizing, you have a newsletter, you have anything that you would like to sell. In this case, you can actually go ahead and request interaction to people who could be like your sponsors. They can actually sponsor your event. They could be like speakers, whatever. So the use cases are unlimited, but the main ones are obviously finding new partners, monetizing the partnership by doing proactive referrals, monetizing WOS leads, because everybody is having those WOS leads. Nobody converts everybody who inquire about the service. Then selling your service, finding new partners. Use cases are unlimited, but these are probably the main ones and the ones that we're using right now. And people have done millions from those introductions before. Now we just did it to be for a SaaS solution, so anybody can use that. Of course, if you're not willing to share, it would be hard for you to use that, because your connections are your currency. If you don't want to share, try paid marketing and see how it works. I know how it works because I spent millions on like paid marketing. So it's more expensive right now. So if you're not doing partnerships, you should just start doing that, because your partners are your channel to be introduced to people that you don't know. And by Scayul, you can use it as a streamlined way of getting more partners, then you can do more stuff. So partners, proactive referrals, monetization of the WOS opportunities, or just selling your service to other people. So, and that's pretty much what Scayul does. We can talk forever for partnerships and how more you can do that. But this is as simple as it is. This is how you can actually use Scayul to make more money. Because just imagine, pull a list of the people that you know, and or the people that you consider as partners, for example. See how many of those referred clients to you. I know the stats because we're doing that. That's our business. On average, like from 100 people that you meet, 50 or 20 are going to end up as being good partners, are going to send leads to you. The rest, they might never do it for different reasons. They don't have the time. They don't get inquiries from those, because depending on the type of partner, sometimes companies don't talk with their clients. So for example, other SaaS solutions, they have a lot of clients who are a good fit, but they're not gonna go ask questions for those. But the thing is, all those companies, they have WOS leads if they don't want to share their active client. So those leads are fair. fair play. I mean, everybody, fair game. Everybody can actually use those because somebody who is not a client, I mean, you're open to introduce them. And what we call that is recycling lost opportunities. Everybody has that. They lay around, nobody's using them. I haven't met a company who is doing that, by the way. So that might be like a use case for everybody. Of course, with scale, it would be much easier to actually cross-sell those. But if you don't want to pay, which is peanuts, the paid package is like $79. You can try it for free if you do like up to 10 interactions per month. We're never gonna pay. But considering for what we do, because a user calls yesterday a deal for $7,000, and they're paying $79 per month. Try to do it with the paid marketing, because the issue with this kind of stuff is that some people don't reply to messages. So the only way to actually get in touch with them is by being introduced by somebody else. Because keep in mind here, you're not outreaching to the other guy. A person who knows them is making the interaction to you. So that's why it's a warm introduction. And warm introductions convert much better, And that's pretty much as simple as it is. I recommend that you guys go and test it out, because there is actually something that I forgot to show. This is something which we call scale matchmaking, because once you're an active user, we don't. Okay, let me just see what I'm sharing. Okay, here it is. So I'm sharing the right page. So whenever you're an active user, so we don't just wait for you to actually go ahead and pitch your partners, which is something that you should do, of course. We actually connect with other users with the same ICP who are not competitors. And this is something that we call scale matchmaking. And let me just show you how it looks like. Let's say, you're active users, you have your contacts here. So this is, how it would look like. We send an email for the software and we introduce users. So for example, this is like an example from the other day. Hey, Francisco, please meet Max, founder of Twisto. Twisto is a no-code platform for marketers, blah, blah, blah. No, just introducing this guy. Then here is Max scale page. Feel free to request some interaction, and he'll request some from you as well. So we're sharing the page of Max, so Francisco can go ahead and request some interaction. And we're also sharing Francisco's page. So those guys, they're active users, they're vetted already. So they don't need to meet. They just need to go to each other's page, see who they got on the page, check them out, and request an interaction, vice versa. So, and you're gonna get those as a recurring thing from Scale. The idea is that we can match you with other people with the same ICP who are not competitors. You just need to request interactions, and they're gonna do the same. So we make sure that we're actually babysitting you, because we do this podcast webinars to educate people, but in general, we make sure that you don't just lay around. We're making sure that you're active and you're getting business out of that. And we're doing that because we onboard clients all the time. We have already a few hundred users, and we just started like 2 months ago. So it's industry agnostic. So anybody who would like to grow their business, grow their partner network, sell their service, or just want to connect with other founders, I recommend that you guys check it out until we don't increase the price, because I think we're still selling it very cheap, but that's just my opinion.
You're completely right with that. And for example, because when one of the other party is not connected, for example with Scayul, so you send the link obviously through Scayul or through your email, and then the other party can sign up. So that means at the same time, not only that you get another person in, that you share your leads, you get as well another person into Scayul, which share the leads with the group as well, with the community.
Exactly. We call that the growth loop, by the way. We have it as part of Scale. So for example, if you're a user who refers 5 new users to Scale, you're not going to pay anything for 1 year. This is, by the way, the MailChimp approach. Yeah, with MailChimp. See, all my emails, all the interactions with Scale, it says powered by Scale. So people can see that we're using that. And of course, the more you use that, you might never pay for the service, by the way. If you refer 5 guys, 1 year it's free. And you can make a lot of money and a lot of partners with that. So the opportunities are unlimited, because, I'm gonna like the quote, your network is your network. That's more true, because you see people come to me and they tell me, okay, what do you need? Just to meet new partners. That's it. Because see, partnerships are actually more valuable than that. Because sometimes, let's say you're I'm gonna tell you a story about a partner of mine. He's like the best fixer on Amazon. So this guy, one of the big Hollywood studios, the one of their account was blocked. So and nobody could help them. So and they got connected with my partner who unblocked all their accounts on. So this is a company, like a multi-billion-dollar company. They had all the money in the world. They couldn't find somebody who can help them out. So after they got connected, they got the issue resolved. And this guy, you will never know what he's doing unless you know him. See, the connection was valuable. So he saved those guys. I don't know how much money, but the point is the following. Having money is good, but as I say, everybody, and Omar, I think I've told that Omar, is not important what we can do with money. It's what we can do without money by connecting each other. As simple as that.
Exactly. To get the resources are important. It's what we do with what we already have, and not trying to make money work. That's
yeah. Growing a company with paid marketing is getting more and more expensive, and any SaaS founder will tell you that any company founder, the most successful guys are actually growing without spending any money. That's exactly how much I spent to actually grow my company. I spent zero on paid marketing. I spent so much more on paid with my ecom brands. For ecom brands, of course, you cannot go without paid
marketing.
Different.
That's different.
But there is always other opportunities that you can do to actually get more partners and do branding and do all kind of stuff. So it can actually decrease your dependence on paid marketing. So this is good for B2B, but for anybody who is not doing partnership, they should consider that, because keep in mind, no matter what you do, there is a partner who has your clients, who is not a competitor, who can help you out, and vice versa. But of course, keep in mind, if you're not willing to share, stick to paid marketing, and we'll chat again in 5 years.
Definitely, but until paid marketing is so to the roof that you're going to get bankrupt when you want to run campaigns and all that stuff.
You can never compete with that, because the paid marketing is increasing, the PPC, all this kind of stuff. A lot of marketplace and channels are increasing their fees. So fees are increasing, paid marketing is increasing. And that's why we're seeing huge demands with partnerships now, because right now we're in crisis now. In our partner agency, we have huge demand. We even have a waiting list for companies who want to join. Then the reason for that is because if paid marketing doesn't work, you should do partnerships, because in partnerships, you actually pay with your time. So the biggest expense with partnership is your time. But of course, that's why we build Scayul and all this other stuff, so we can actually make it easier for everybody to monetize those partnerships, because people are usually just chatting and doing nothing. As a partner of ours is saying, James from Merchant Spring, he's saying, okay, talking is easy, man. Working is hard. So chatting is good. So the podcast is good, that we're having fun, we're chatting for good stuff. But
then we need to go to work as well, yeah.
Exactly. If you guys just listen to the podcast and then you go ahead and do nothing,
no,
nothing comes out from doing nothing. So you should take action. That's the thing. Nothing is gonna happen just by accident. As simple as that.
No, definitely, because we do this here for the listeners to get an idea what can be done. You don't have to. I just came out, for example, just give you an example. I just came out from 6 months of paid marketing campaign where I had to buy 15 email addresses and spend so much time to go on Google, create accounts, get crazy, sending out 25,000 emails per month. That's completely crazy, and there is businesses where it don't work. It's just a fact, and then you need to stick to the good old things like partnerships, talk with people, connect with people. It's this makes a lot more sense. Maybe some businesses like e-commerce makes a lot of sense to get some cold email marketing campaigns, or to even partnership with what is it called, the influencers, for example. This as well something with this is about the same. This is about the same what you do, just on the e-commerce side. If you don't have too much money to connect, give away your products to these influencers and do deals with them, and this is as well a very good partnership on that side.
By the way, it's good that you mentioned that, because I was reading somewhere that the influencers is the next trend, because keep in mind that influencers are partnerships. If they want money, it's not partnership, it's a paid marketing. But it should be a mix of those. I'm not saying that paid marketing doesn't work, but you should not just stick with that, because I've done it myself. And I made a huge mistake when I was running my supplement business. We had a list of like 500,000 of clients, and ask me, Omar, how many emails did we send to those guys?
Tell me. Tell me.
Zero.
Really?
Yeah, we never
You
sent
didn't
us.
you didn't leverage
Never,
them.
never.
You,
We never
you,
did. So
you,
so
you
I
still got
worked
their
for.
list. You still got the list.
I know, but we're not selling. It's not our brand anymore. So the
Okay,
reason
okay.
why I'm saying that I made this mistake, but now after I stopped doing that, I realized what a huge mistake I've made, because we
Definitely.
focused heavily for 5 years on paid marketing. Then what happened? We're selling supplements. Facebook, Google, that's were our top channels. What happened now? They suspended our account. So from doing millions,
Facebook.
yeah, Facebook, we changed all the landing pages to comply with what they were asking. 2 weeks later, they suspended them again. I said, okay, man, fuck that. I mean, we're too dependent on those guys. Let's do some partnerships. And then 5 years, after 5 years of doing paid marketing, we switched to almost 95% like affiliates and partnerships. As simple as that. Of course, we never did the email, but I was dumb back then. I mean, I never thought of that. And to be honest, with supplements, it's kind of tricky to find like a provider to do like the campaign. So we're considering that for a period, but we never did. But the thing is, if you guys are you're selling whatever you guys are doing, do like a bundle, paid marketing, partnerships, like the influencers. They're a big trend right now. And the good thing about influencers is that many of those guys have huge communities they cannot monetize. So whenever you go to them with the product, you can tell them, hey, influencer name, I'm going to send you a free sample. I think it matches your audience. If you like the product, we can actually do a special product for you. You can actually white label your product in a partnership with the influencer. So he has the community, you do all the other stuff. So this is probably a win-win cooperation, because you have all the know-how, you have the product, you don't have the community. The other guys have the community, they cannot monetize, because don't look at the stats. There is a lot of big influencers which cannot monetize their network. So when you go to them with the product, you're giving them like a Wi-Fi on how they can actually make money. So and don't be scared of actually approaching people. The worst thing that can happen is no reply.
They just say, yeah, that's that.
Yeah,
like on Instagram, it's exactly what I'm saying. On Instagram, there's these micro influencers, 10, 20,000 followers. That's nothing, that's like whatever. They might even go still to work, there's not enough money for them anyway, So these are the people you should approach, like with these kind of partnerships. And if you sell your item only to 5 of them of their followers, it's already good. It's you give 1 for free for them, and you sell 5 to his audience. And if you have 5, 10 of these people, that's amazing. And this is
exactly
the network.
So that's what I was saying. Just and the other thing is, when you start doing that, let's say you meet 5 guys and it doesn't work with them, don't say it doesn't work. You don't have enough data to make conclusions. So you need to find like 100 partners, do stuff with them, and then you can actually optimize. Because I was in one of the very few events that I've met. Actually, Omar was there, by the way. That was in Bulgaria, Sofia. And one guy said, like partnerships, influencers doesn't work. And I told him, okay, man, how many influencers did you get in touch with? And he said, okay, 5. Okay, man.
Yeah.
you haven't tried. You need to try harder. I mean, you cannot make conclusions from just chatting with 5 guys.
So maybe we have now a new project in mind, Scayul influencers or
anybody can use it, but because the thing is, we scale without any paid marketing.
Yeah.
So we don't spend any money. So we go slowly, we're bootstrapped. I mean, we don't need funding. So funding, guys, we don't care about your money.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's good. The interface is there. The tool is working. And that's it. That's good.
We're building.
And exactly. It's not now done. It's yourself. A SaaS software can go for 10 years until it's and it's never finished. Actually, I spoke with people. They always build some stuff on top.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we have like a list of 20 things that we're building right now. So there's a lot of features, like for example, like multi-page scale, like with Calendly. You go to a Calendly page, you see 50-minute call, 30-minute call. So right now we're building a feature when if somebody goes to my page, they're gonna search by type, they're gonna filter by industry, and then we're gonna have like multiple scale pages. So for example, on my end, I haven't uploaded all my contacts yet. I have like 1,500 founders. So once the feature is ready, we're gonna upload the different types by category. So when you go to my page, you're going to see one tab for like Amazon agencies, one tab for Shopify agencies, like translation services. Omar would be on top there, of course. Then you see like funding guys, like acquisition companies, anything. It will be like a directory, but you're not, instead of going to the website, you'll be able to connect with the founders, with the decision makers. That would be my Scayul page. So eventually people would be able to that, and people who have huge audience, they're gonna actually monetize that. So that's one of the ideas, to have like people who can make connections and people who only request connections, because some people have huge communities and some people don't. So, but that's, like you said, it's a project that we're gonna do in the future. So it's a never-ending like building, getting feedback from users, building new stuff.
Yeah, that was actually my question. What is the plan for the next few years? So this is one of the
I don't plan that much in advance. Next year I'm gonna be, hopefully, knock on wood, on the beach again with my family.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say, because now you're not at the beach. Actually, it's getting cold.
No,
right?
actually, by the way, 2 weeks ago, we're actually at the beach. We're swimming, which is rare because I'm in Bulgaria now. It's not winter, but it should be fall. A week ago, I was in Romania for Halloween with my kids, and it was 25, 26 degrees. So we're going in shorts there. So I don't mind the eternal summer, but this doesn't change what we do. Partnerships, they're done 24/7, 365. So if you guys are not doing that, I mean, do it with Scayul. It's easier. If you, for some reason, you don't know Omar, you can go to my Scayul page and you can request interaction to him there. And as simple as that.
And I'm currently putting all my leads together, which are dead leads, because you're completely right, and everyone should look. There's some, there is an email inbox which is so big, and there is some lost leads in there, and definitely I'm gonna upload every day a few, and it's working out. This is definitely something you can do, just like between checking your emails or talking to other people. You just can like pull 5-10 leads out, lost leads.
Exactly. And once you put them there, you can use that with multiple partners, because keep in mind, let's say, like with Omar and Hellotax, e-commerce sellers in Europe. Those guys are a good fit, but not only for two of us, for the two companies, they're good for anybody who is not a competitor. So you can use your leads to get more leads from partners. And somebody's going to say, okay, but these guys, they don't know. I'm not sure if they know. They're looking for a service. No, don't make assumptions. If they're an e-commerce sellers, they need taxes, translations, logistics, product compliance, agency, PPC. So don't make assumptions, and you'll be surprised how happy are those people when actually you tell them about something that they didn't know existed, or it was better than what they're using right now, because you're doing them a favor. First, you're monetizing your lost opportunities, and then you're actually doing a favor to somebody who has an issue, but he didn't know that you guys existed. Of course, some guys are going to say, okay, man, we're not interested. Some are going to say, okay, it's not relevant, but who cares? Some of those guys are going to convert. Nobody has 100% conversion rate. It's simple.
Definitely. That's true. And that's why, these tools are really priceless, because everyone's searching for leads. I can confirm that. A friend of mine has a huge SaaS company for leads. And this is the thing. What works? Like leads. Who don't want leads? I mean, if you don't want leads, then you're either lying, or you're a monstrous company like Coca-Cola or something. And even they need leads. No,
I mean, it's not only about leads; it's about connections. Like I told you, sometimes you have an issue that you cannot resolve. No matter how big is the company, nobody is perfect. I mean, and I haven't met a company who doesn't need something. So, for example, whenever I chat with somebody, I tell them, what do you need? Do you want clients? 99.99% told me, yes, we need more clients. What else do you need? And yesterday, a partner that I met, he's on Scayul already, by the way, he told me, okay, I need influencer agencies, because we're going to push our clients to go to those. So there's always somebody who needs something. But if you don't ask, you will never know. But with Scayul, it's much easier. You don't know what is ideal for them, you share your page, they request interaction, and vice versa. So by sharing, you actually get more than what you can do by just doing lead gen. And keep in mind, it's warm introduction, except the lost leads. Yeah. The person who is going to introduce you, they know those guys already. So it's not like somebody that do like cold outreach over email or LinkedIn.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. So I think we wrap this up, and check out Nick's tool. It's great. I'm working myself with it, and let's create a great community and push some leads.
Yeah, of course. The partners leads,
make
whatever.
some money. That's what everyone wants to do. That's why we all on
make
there.
some money, make some connections who can help you make more money. I mean,
Exactly.
And we can do it's the possibilities are infinite in what we can do. I'm gonna send my description. Omar can put that we have a demo there, so you can just check it out. It's free to test it out. So, but if, like I said, if you don't do nothing, nothing is gonna come out of that. So it's simple as that.
That's true. I'll put it up as a quote, this one.
Okay, good
Great.
one.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Okay, thanks, Omar.